The system is going to collapse. It's not sustainable. The economy is now no longer based upon industrial production or any kind of production. It's based upon speculation. So if you look at what's happening on Wall Street, they're no longer going factory by factory and saying what's the production, what's the efficiency, what's the lowest cost, what's the future. They're all focusing on what is the Fed going to do this week. Yeah. Right? And that's what everybody bets on. And it's financialized our economy. It's sent all of their industry abroad. Yeah. It's destroyed the American middle class, and we do that by printing dollars. You print $34 trillion that you don't have. Why would the world even value them anymore? And the reason that they continue to value them is because we have 800 bases abroad, and that kind of anchors this whole system. And it's already destroyed our moral authority around the world. And now our influence around the world is this big compared to when I was a kid, when we had moral suasion and we also had, people wanted American leadership. Now they consider it bullying.
Just how you planned it. Life could put you in a pickle, just make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. More importantly, you saw the clip. Like, that being said, Kennedy would probably make the best candidate right now for president because he talks about two things that actually affect America in this clip that Biden and Trump aren't talking about. The economy, the deficit, and, the global opinion of America. So the issue becomes, how did we get here? Really, the camera. See, people forget, his father was alive during the civil rights movement. He got killed during that process or whatever. I think that's father, uncle. I don't know. I don't know the family like that. So it's Robert. So that'd be Robert's son. So, okay. Or is that John? Forget it. Anyway, what happened is this. The camera changed the civil rights movement globally because America, we're the moral ground of the world, and World War I and World War II. And then people was like, wait a minute. The whole time you out here trying to save and fight for the world, this is what you're doing to your own people? Oh, okay. So over time, this peacekeeping and helping everybody abroad, it came with certain stipulations. I.e., if I come to help you, I'm taking some of your stuff and there ain't nothing you could do about it. But people use the camera. Now, as far as the economy, the camera kind of destroyed that too, because the things that people said and did behind closed doors in business meetings, you saw the effects of it in the United States populace, and you saw how it affected Americans, in their homes and in their lives. And you started seeing, the Enrons, the AIG, the Lehman Brothers, the housing bubble. I'm missing a few things. All the bank bailouts. You started seeing all of that publicly. You started seeing the news on it publicly. You started seeing the shows and the movies of, we complain about all the drugs and crime in America. And then you start seeing the documentaries and the shows of how the drugs really got prevalent in America and how the government was a part of it. And then you go, oh, shit. We're here because of, laziness and greed. The same thing that, in essence, when people think the founding fathers, that's what built the country, laziness and greed. I can't do this shit, so I'm going to get somebody else to do this shit, and I'm going to torture them. Oh, this place is beautiful. I'm going to steal it. And then, we're going to act like we didn't steal it. And, We're gonna kill these people over here just to make sure they can't get it back. So it's like I like um which colonization of America was not on film. Slavery wasn't on film. Jim Crow was on film, and all of that wasn't on film. Um, and even when I say like the drug trade or the fake war on drugs, you got to remember when people was calling it out back then and being whistleblowers, they were getting killed. Just like the civil rights leaders were getting killed, the whistleblowers were getting killed. So when they say the global influence, and this is why, just in my opinion, I might do a video on this. This is part of the reason why, in my opinion, I hear a lot of white people, when people bring up racism, say, oh, we should just move on. People are like, no, absolutely not. You know why? It's well documented how the great America that you love so much, how it was built and how it's been maintained. It's on camera now. All of you all the fucking lies people try to tell. And that was a long time ago. You see it now. You see the business practices, abroad. Not just the military practices, but the business practices abroad in America. People were mad. Say you mad at China, right? All the stuff from China this and China that. It's like all your products basically come from China, Taiwan. So I don't know what you tripping about, because the companies, the companies that you mad at, half of them, if not 70% of them are American companies over there. And then when Asian countries started making knockoffs, you got mad. Why are you getting mad at a knockoff? Because China keeps doing it. Shit, they making this stuff in sweatshops. Do you give a shit about that? No, you don't. So this is where we're at. And, other countries, this is why you see the BRICS thing and other countries joining, because in essence, I would say America, Europe, Australia, yeah, but no. But just in general, like places that are, well, the white population is the majority. It's well recognized across the world that they did a whole lot of sucker shit. So that system don't work for the world. It works for white people, but it don't work for the world. And now the vast majority of the places where white folks get their resources are like, nah, we're not fucking with you. You got to pay. You got to this, you got to that. And then, you get to this point where people are saying, well, we'll bring our military, we'll bring our sanctions. It's like, at certain points, a broke country can't sanction the world. A broke country can't put, we'll put our military out to the world and get all our power back. And it's like, no, the fuck you won't. Because people just going to cut off the oil. That's what they're going to do. These other countries, no more oil for you. You fight the world until you run out of oil, but no more oil for you. And all these countries will probably come together like, we're going to fight this. Nah, we're going to, there'll be no more gas, no more planes, submarines like nuclear power. So the subs, okay. The ships, you're going to have problems. You're going to have fucking problems. No more your tanks and your cars. Not going to work. And, the interesting thing about America and the speculation is, it's funny that all of these smart people who live on and work on speculations to get rich, if you living on speculation and not productivity, bitch, you already know you in a losing battle. But hey, we just gonna act like nothing happens. All the productivity of speculating shit. So you're just making up shit, and hopefully people ride a wave to make you rich by believing your bullshit. So ultimately, man, this is what the country is going to be facing in the near future. It's just, the camera destroyed it. The information destroyed it. And, it is what it is. Some people care, some people don't. Because what's more important, living a comfortable lie or living a harsh truth? And I would say American history shows that, white America will live a comfortable life for generations. And I think the lie is coming to an end. That's just my opinion. You tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch you on the next one. Peace. You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna tell you that.